F1 the movie nears Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's box office. Tom Cruise once again proved that he's one of the biggest action stars in the world with Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, but he may lose a major box office battle this summer. Without a doubt, the latest Mission Impossible movie was one of the most anticipated action flicks of the year, especially since it might be the last entry in the long-running spy franchise. Thankfully, Cruise, Christopher McQuarrie, and the rest of the cast and crew did not disappoint with the movie, as reviews for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning were great. Sure, it may not be better than some of the other recent entries in the series, but Cruise's latest film definitely wraps up Ethan Hunt's story in a satisfying manner. Additionally, The Final Reckoning made quite a lot of money since it had such a large budget. Whether the movie should be considered a box office success is a more complicated topic, but it still managed to gross $594 million globally via Box Office Mojo. However, another 2025 action movie may surprisingly surpass Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning final gross. F1. The movie is surprisingly closing in on Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's box office. F1. The movie could potentially beat Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning before it leaves theaters. Reports have claimed Apple spent $300 million on the Brad Pitt-led racing movie, though the creatives disputed that fact, and it seems like the investment has paid off. It has been one of the most popular movies of the summer and grossed $549 million at the worldwide box office via Box Office Mojo. This means that F1, the movie, is currently less than $50 million away from catching up to Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning's total box office haul. Overall, F1, the movie has had great legs at the box office and has especially been a hit overseas. This makes sense, since F1 has always been a more popular sport internationally than it is in North America. The Final Reckoning has concluded its theatrical run, whereas F1, the movie, is still playing in theaters. If it does get closer to the total haul of Cruise's movie, then he will lose a major summer box office battle to a director he has previously found a lot of success with. F1 the movie interviews with Jerry Bruckheimer and Joseph Kosinski. Cruise and Joseph Kosinski, the director of F1, the movie, have previously worked together on action films such as Oblivion and, most notably, Top Gun: Maverick. Obviously, the Top Gun Legacy sequel was one of the most successful movies of 2022 and was even nominated for Best Picture. Additionally, it has been credited with saving movie theaters after the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, even if Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning loses this box office battle to F1, the movie, Cruise should still be thrilled that Kosinski is finding success with his theatrical releases. Years after the COVID-19 pandemic, which shut down theaters all around the world, it's amazing to see two action movies perform so well during their theatrical runs. Will F1 beat The Final Reckoning at the box office? Since Cruise is such an outspoken advocate of the theatrical experience, a win for F1. The movie in this box office battle is still a win for the acclaimed action star. However, does F1 actually have a chance at topping Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning at the box office? F1 has undeniably had great legs at the box office, but its earnings have started to dwindle. For example, on August 4th, just a couple of days before this article was written, it only managed to make $610,000 at the box office. Considering how the movie has been in theaters since late June, it's impressive that it has managed to hang on for so long. However, it doesn't have enough track left in its theatrical run to earn another whopping $50. Therefore, it seems like it might fall just short of catching The Final Reckoning's total haul. F1. The movie's box office earnings will decrease even more when it is released on digital. A release date for the Pitt and Kosinski collaboration has not yet been announced, but people will likely be able to watch it at home in early August. Then, in either late August or early September, the racing film is expected to start streaming on Apple TV+. F1. The movie is undoubtedly incredible to watch on the biggest screen possible, but a lot of people probably won't bother to seek it out in theaters once they can experience it from the comfort of their own homes. This is especially true since there are plenty of other action-packed movies currently playing in theaters, such as Superman and the Fantastic Four: First Steps. It currently seems like F1, the movie's total box office haul, will be just below The Final Reckoning's, meaning Cruise may win this intriguing action movie battle after all. However, as mentioned, Cruise is likely happy that both films have performed so well in theaters, since their success means the action genre can still thrive on the big screen.